Good morning, guys. Friday. What the? Yeah, it's Friday, guys. Namaste. God bless. How are all of you? As I'm fitting today. Good morning, guys. I have a lot of stuff today, man, and I've always been so infatuated on why people's lives turn out the way they do, including myself. I had to start with me first and kind of work backwards on that. Always been this precocious kind of guy. I mean, for some reason, I always want to know why things happen. Why, until I got involved with the sciences and how patterns and thought patterns and neuroscience and all these things kind of come together, it makes life a lot easier. It really does. But we're not taught as that as little people, man. We're taught as little people. The majority of us are taught, and a lot of us can relate, to shut up, be quiet, don't ask questions, and follow the herd. And through that following the herd, of continuous following the herd, you start becoming the herd. And from becoming that herd of life, of the environment you were raised in, you start attracting that same kind of environment. But inside of you, it's saying, wait, I'm not like this. I don't understand what's going on. And you start questioning yourself, but you still keep attracting the same kind of scenarios that don't fit who you truly are as a person. That's because we were taught as little people to be quiet and shut up and not express ourselves. Does that make sense, guys? And when I realized that, a lot of things changed in the most beautiful ways, and the realization of self is astounding. And for you guys out there who think life is the problem, you got to look in that mirror every morning and say, what am I attracting today? Am I attracting that person I've always wanted to be, or am I attracting the person that I was and still am from that conditioning of little people growing up? And I didn't realize how powerful our environment is around us as we grow. And a lot of us, including ones from the old neighborhood, I still talk to them. We were taught basically to be quiet and follow everybody else and follow the herd and do this and drink that and smoke this and have this, enjoy, this is how it's going to be. You're going to work hard, get nothing, pay all these taxes and have shit. And a lot of us were raised that way, to go out there and do the exact same thing. But then we start questioning ourselves decades down the road. And sometimes after a disease sets in, or something happens, or you're on your third marriage, and you've got like 10 kids, and you realize this is not the way it's supposed to be. But Aristotle said it perfectly. And this is what taught me an amazing lesson a long time ago, which I had to define, redefine, redo, restructure in my own life. And I hope this helps you guys understand that everything starts with us, Meatball. Everything starts in the source. It's our attraction, our magnetic force that we send out every day that life sticks to. And it's a simplified example of how we were raised. And if you were raised to told to be quiet, don't express yourself, and follow the herd, and do what I do, and this, this, you wonder why your life is the same, this, that is. So here we go. Aristotle said, through discipline comes freedom. That kind of sounds really cool, doesn't it? Oh, that's awesome. But through discipline comes bondage as well. And he didn't write the last word on that, and I take credit for that, because that's basically how I was raised. I like to use my scenarios of events because they're similar to a lot of people out there. A lot of people won't admit it. I get it, but you can tell by the patterns. You can't hide your life patterns. You can't hide your character from people who can see that, and not in a bad way. It's just this is why it's so easy to forgive people who did you wrong. Because you can understand that, what has happened. Yeah, shit happens. Yeah, but to take responsibility and move on with your life, it just takes the sting out of a lot of pain. And when you understand that, you understand where you're going in life. But I was always this. I found this. I love how things kind of come together. It's really cool, because Einstein said, free thinkers will always seem crazy to those who can't see beyond conventions. Never apologize for evolving beyond people's comfort zone. And I think, in my humble opinion, as I get my thoughts straight here, I've always been a free thinker. But I was never told. I was always told to keep it in here. Don't shut up. Be quiet. Don't show emotion. Never cry. And never show the world your true self, because you can't stand out. You can't have this, Meatball. You can't go out there and be yourself. Why would you want to do that? it's turning around nowadays. A lot of people have the freedom with the internet, which is fantastic now, including myself, to really just express themselves and to be themselves out there. And I was always told, the glass skin always half full and rose-colored glasses and all this other bullshit. When I actually started to believe that, that's where Aristotle's quote became irrelevant in my life until I realized how relevant it was. Through discipline comes freedom. In other words, believing in yourself and disciplining yourself to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in what you're trying to do in life, all you can attract is more of that. If you believe in yourself, you have confidence in yourself, you understand where you're going in life, you can only attract that. And that's the beauty of science. That's the beauty of life. It's when you truly understand that you are a creative force. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being yourself, because being yourself, you attract to yourself, as I always say, what you want for yourself. I know it's kind of hairy-fairy to a lot of people because of the reality that they face throughout their life, and I get it. But you can always change the reality. Every day you create a new reality. Every day is a new start. Every day is a new canvas to paint on. And it's great because you just keep adding more information in that little noggin. I had to go to get a new phone. My oldest wanted a new phone. I said, great, let's head down to the phone store yesterday. And while I was there, I got a message on my phone that says your gigs are getting eaten up. You need to expand. And that's because I'm always uploading information into my phone, but my phone needed to say, look, Meatball, we need more space. And your mind does that naturally. The more you learn about yourself, the more you can become yourself, guys. And this is a great scenario. I heard this from I guess it's a television show, and I'll let you guys go enjoy your Friday to hopefully help you understand that, yes, indeed, we're all raised one way, but it doesn't have to be that way. Because if something is trying to come out, you have to discipline. That comes from freedom. That comes from freedom of mind, and from those words that I read about Einstein, free determined by the choice of the actor or performer. Every day is like our stage. Every day the world is giving us what we give it. You give it a boring performance of self, you can only get a boring response from the world. And free is bountiful and large and released. You start living with that free thinking mindset of who you can become. The past is irrelevant. You don't have to worry about that. You stop attracting those kind of situations, people, and circumstances to match that, because you're not that anymore. When you realize what that you're presenting every day, what you're performing every day, what you're acting every day, you realize what you're attracting every day. The next word is convention from that quote. And people think it's a bunch of old guys in suits, man. No, convention is a powerful word. And this is the beauty of it. If you start reading, and I never believed this as a kid. I always taught by my teachers, look up in a dictionary. If you don't understand it, learn about it, because it's a powerful way of understanding the verbiage of the elders and the people back in the Victorian times, or whatever you're trying to learn. If you don't understand a word, look it up. It's really simple. Even on your app now on Webster's, man, you can go under now and the Webster's dictionary, boom, you'll find out in literally 10 seconds on what you're trying to find out. But this is what I did. When I saw his quote about conventions, I said, wait, convention, it's a rule of conduct or behavior. Hence, accord, agreement, and understanding. Your thought convention is your life creation. How you think of yourself is what you bring to yourself. And I'll leave you with this, because we've all been there. We've all been there, and with our puppy loves and everything in life. But it's something for you to look at every day when you look in that mirror. As your mirror is getting fixed from all the broken pieces throughout your life, you can look at your mirror whole now. But have you ever loved somebody so much you would do anything for them? I did many times. Yeah. But the problem is, and the quote goes on to say, have you ever loved someone so much you would do anything for? Yeah, well, make that someone yourself and do whatever the hell you want. It's kind of hard for people to understand that. But when you start becoming that, and this is the beauty of transformation, when you start becoming the person that you want, you can only attract that image of you, that likeness, that like-minded person. Everything else is going to naturally just move away because they can't relate to you. They can't understand you. This is what Einstein was trying to say about freedom, about being yourself in life as a free thinker. A free thinker is just you letting go of the bondage of your past. Does that make sense? It's something for you guys to think about, because a lot of us out there are in our fourth or fifth or even sixth decade. I got a lot of fourth and sixth decade variables as far as my platform of people that come on America's Mentor. I see all you guys, don't worry. I see all you, but I'm so grateful that you're here. But it's in that time frame that we start to realize, wait, I don't have to be this way, because if I keep acting this way, I'm just going to keep bringing the same things in my life. They start understanding the true power that they are. And hopefully, you don't have to wait several decades to realize, Meatball, who you are. You can realize right now. And you can start making the changes to that. Because when you start changing mentally, your body starts changing physically and spiritually and emotionally. And all you can attract is the image of you. And when you start getting to that free thinking, through discipline comes freedom. It's a discipline. It's a process. It's a daily routine of you just improving yourself. And the world's going to start responding here and say, wait, I want to learn more. Then you've got to increase the gigs in your head to increase the information. So think about it, man. It should be exciting to you to understand the true power that you have, because you can direct it anywhere. And we have been for decades. Us in the upper echelon of age have really gotten to the point, not sick of life, but saying, wait, well, what kind of attraction force am I? What kind of person am I performing? Am I acting every single day to bring these situations, scenarios, and circumstances to my life? It's a deep inner thinking of self. And when you start doing that every day, you start realize what you're attracting to yourself every day. So guys, enjoy your Friday. America's Mentor _ on Instagram, at America's Mentor on Twitter, at America's Mentor on YouTube. Guys, thank you so much for the Jackson views. You guys jacked that reel yesterday. Real cool, man. I love doing this stuff. I hope you guys enjoy your Friday. I'm gonna head over and actually start the next reel for upload, and I will see you guys soon, guys. Be safe. Enjoy your Friday, man.